Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a big show lined up, a special guest here. But first, let's take a look at our weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and hard-working crew, taking care of our everyday comfort needs. High 88. I've been saying high 88 for I think 3 or 4 weeks. It seems like we had a hot spell, but then lately it's just been high of 88. It hadn't hit the 90s, which we're all thankful of. Low 79 has been the same low. Take a look at our water temperature. Brought to us by Maranta Coffee Company. We're looking at the end of the period, looking at 86.5, almost 87 degrees, and folks, that is warm, and we'll be glad when it starts cooling down, especially this weekend during scallop season. It'll likely be a little bit cooler there. Our river reading is brought to us by the good folks at Panama City Coca-Cola. The Apalachicola Brunchtown this morning reading a 9.5, leveling off today and going to start dropping off for the weekend, so you have some falling water if you fish in the big river. Choctaw Carabelle 5.2 on the rise, and we've just had these showers been coming through pretty steady, and the Choctaw River is a reflection of what we've had this past week, so it's going to be going up for the weekend. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. A little bit of tide today, high this morning at 207 and low at about 11:15 this morning, but not very strong tides. Getting a lot better for the weekend. Next week will be some really good strong tides. A marine forecast to be west-southwest at 10 to 15, but looked at it for weekend, it's going to swing around. It looks like this weekend it'll be coming a little bit out of the north, so plan accordingly on your fishing trip or whatever that's going to be doing. Let's take a break. We'll come back with our special guest. Welcome back, and welcome to our guest this morning, Mr. Carter Myers. Welcome back.
How you doing, Coach? Thank you for having me on the show.
I saw him this morning. I looked at him. Does he not look like a young Fred Myers? I mean, the older he gets, the more he looks like his dad. But you've heard that before.
I've heard it all the time, but it's pretty true, I think. So.
That's great, and we always love having him on. We came on starting with a real kid, a smaller kid, and now he's here by himself. Because your dad's doing what today?
He's out of town doing some deer work up in. He's in the woods, so he told me to come on by myself. Before I was a little bitty on the show, but now I'm getting on up there where I can start doing some stuff on my own. So
he's up there playing around, and we working and going to school, and here we are.
That's right.
Speaking of school, now what grade are you in?
11th grade at Bay High School.
11th grade at Bay High, and your sister is
She's a 10th grader at Bay High, so we're right there side by side, but I'm the oldest one and leading the troop. So
we saw y'all at the bass tournament last week, and got a kick out of his sister fishing in it too, and talked to his mom, and
they're all rooting for her.
I know. That was cool. Okay, so this is it's hard to believe you're a junior. I can't get over that. But I've been keeping up with y'all on Facebook year after year, and you've been doing a lot of fishing.
A lot of fishing, but also doing a little bit of selling bait. So, but every time I get the chance, I'm out there on the water fishing. But always on the water, either catching bait or fishing. But fishing's fun.
Okay, I saw where you're selling baits earlier, and I said, is that Carter? So let's talk about that first. Let's pull up the picture of this bait barge. Is it right here?
That's
is that it?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Tell us about this.
So I have a bait barge. That's the barge. It's a pontoon boat we took all apart and made it a barge. It's in Watson Bayou right at the mouth. Sell live bait from pilchers, pinfish. Sometimes we'll have bull minnows and a little bit of cigar minnows sometimes, but mainly pinfish and pilchers. That's our main thing we sell. We got big and small, so whether you're bay fishing or going offshore, we got it for you, and we always got fresh baits. So y'all come by and see us when you can. That's my number right there on the side, and call me anytime.
They can call you and find out where you're going to be and what you're going to have.
Now that school started, we're pretty much just open up on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. But if you give me a call, we can usually work something out, and we can have somebody meet you out there. So
this is a great entrepreneurship, because you love outdoors, love fishing, so you fit right into this.
That's right.
What made you decide to jump on this?
Mostly my dad. He's stalking, and we were sitting there one day at the house looking at all the boats you know, we got the new boat ramp down there at the end of the bayou, and we got the marina too.
Yeah.
And we're seeing all the boats, traffic just keep coming by the house, all going offshore, all going to buy bait and everything. And we got to counting them one day, and he's like, started talking about live bait and how I need to get a job and everything, how I'm getting up there where I got to start making some money if we want to keep doing some of the stuff we do. So.
That's good parenting. You can either start pushing out lawnmower or catching some bait.
Right, that's right.
It sounds like a lot more fun catching that bait. So, where are you located when they come by? Is that your house in the mouth of the bayou?
Yep. So I live right around the corner from the barge in Watson Bayou on the water, but the barge is at the mouth right there on the east side, right inside the bayou. So you can't miss it. We got flags and signs, and barge is there permanent. So.
Okay, so. What all bait have been popular this summer?
Pilchards is the main thing most people are buying, and that'll continue for a little bit, but it'll start slowing down. But we also got pinfish and like good bottom baits, you know, stay on the hook. But pinfish, sometimes cigar minnows, pilchards, and sometimes bull minnows. That's our main things we sell. So you
got your traps all set out and everything?
That's right.
What a cool little summer job and all. Did you enjoy it this summer?
I did. It was a lot of work, but.
People don't realize that is a lot of work.
Oh, I figured out real quick how much work it is, and getting up early and throwing nets. And
yeah, you got to get your net out there and just.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It took me a little bit. Start the summer, I couldn't throw a big net, but sat there in the yard for a few days and slung it for a little bit. You'll learn real quick how to throw it.
So that's how you just practiced throwing, kept on doing it?
Just kept on practicing.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's all it takes.
So, okay, we got all kind of pictures you sent. So let's look at this first one here. Tell us about this one right here.
That's a big bull, so big redfish. So, you know me and my dad, we travel fishing a bunch of redfish tournaments. So this fish is not, so we're in the redfish tournaments, we're looking for 18, 27, that's our slot. But these fish, you know, we're not really in the tournament season. We're doing a little bit of playtime, you know. So these big bulls, they're fun to catch. We catch them on top waters, and can't tell you too much about how we're catching them, but
no, that's a trade
on a falling tide, like you were talking about earlier. Next week we got these big falling tides and high tides and everything, and it's gonna be good. We might have some more pictures to send you next week of some fish, but these big bulls catching them on top waters and real deep water, and they come up there and hit it like you drop a big old ball on it.
That's exciting, isn't it?
Oh, it's a blast. You just see them blow up on it, and you're holding on like, hope you got it, and they take it down to the bottom, and you're fighting them. It's a blast. But
we talk about it all the time. You got to fish with nature, you know, with the tide, whatever tide's doing.
Oh, yeah. It's all saltwater and redfish. It's all revolves around the tide. So.
Yeah, that's right. All right, we got a lot more pictures. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Carter. Okay, welcome back. Young Carter Myers here. We're talking about all kind of fishing, and you know, we're talking about a lot of times about when you're red fishing, how much fun they are to catch. But we've always said how similar they are to catching bass. And you at a tournament last week, I marveled at you and your fishing buddy, and you getting a little bit of bass fishing, right?
Yes, sir. I'm in it now. So this is. I got me and my buddy Mason.
This is a picture last week up there, okay?
That's at the Summer Nights Bass Tournaments. We got one more left coming up, so y'all come out and fish it. But this is me and my buddy Mason. We're starting to fish together. We're fixing to start traveling and fishing some state tournaments. But bass fishing, it's a change for me. You know, always been doing the red fishing and still love it. But this bass fishing, the last 2 years or so, it's kind of gotten into me. I'm starting to like it a little bit. It's a little different, but really similar to red fishing, especially when you get in some of these places that have a little bit of tide in them too, and so similar to red fishing. So there's a few things you got to figure out about the bass that I'm slowly learning, and hopefully before long we'll be dominating, but got to learn a little bit first.
So this, what a great learning curve and all, but like I say, the foundation as far as the casting and the similarities, a lot of similarities.
It's a little bit similar with the casting, but this bass fishing, I'm really surprised. It's a little different, but most of the time we're getting it up in the bushes, skipping up under trees and stuff. It's a little different than the red fishing. Been learning that, but we're getting there. And the red fishing, it's all about casting distance, especially here in Panama City, getting it far as you can away from the boat and reeling it in, having a good presentation.
That's right.
But the bass fishing, we're catching some underneath the boat. I'm like, what in the world?
That summer bass fishing tournaments y'all have had, that summer has been really good.
It's been a blast, yes, sir.
I've been like 25, 30 boats up there at times.
Yes, sir. And I'm surprised some of these kids, they've been bringing back some weight. So
I know it.
They'll shock you in some of these tournaments.
I know it. And you got a good partner there, Mason Daniels.
Yep.
He's a good fisherman.
Yes,
we
sir.
got to get him on the show. He's a senior at Mosley. And so you're going to start fishing. Your dad got a bass boat now?
We're about to get one.
Okay.
We're in the process of buying one now. So it's
cool.
We're about to be full swing in the bass and still doing the red fishing.
That's a good problem to have. Do I go bass fishing Saturday or do I go red fishing Saturday?
That's right.
That's a good stress you have right there. Now, you going to have a sponsor or?
Power Pole's our main thing that we got. They make all kinds of great products. They've been real helpful to us. The Power Pole Move is just an unbelievable trolling motor they make, and we'll talk about it here in a little bit more with some of these other pictures. But how quiet it is and how small and impact it is and how durable, and it's indestructible. So quiet. No matter if you're on like on speed 2 going or you're on 20 going, it's about the same loudness or same quietness, and it's unbelievable.
It really is. All right, let's look at some more of these pictures here. This is a cool one here. We'll start on these right here.
Okay, so that's Mason Daniels we were just talking about there on the right, and that's my other friend John Carl. He fishes the bass too a little bit, and we all like the smack talking. We all do that, and
wow.
Well, that was one afternoon. We went and got dark on us, and they were still biting. So we stayed. I asked them one time, "Y'all ready to go yet?" And they go, "No, we ain't ready. We're still catching them."
I love it.
We stayed out there till about 11 o'clock one night, and we were catching them almost every cast. So
oh wow,
that was an awesome time that night.
How cool is that? Okay, we just showed that one.
Yep.
Okay. So.
This is a funny picture here. Now we're tarpon fishing. I was by myself this day, and I had this fish whooped, and he jumped right there beside the boat one time.
Oh, what a jump! Right? That's him jumping right there.
That's him right there beside. You can zoom in on that or whatever. But I had my phone video, and I was by myself. I had it leaned up against the console, so it's a pretty cool picture it got of me right there in the video.
So you were by yourself then?
By myself, and he jumped. So I had this fish hooked for about 40 minutes or so. Got him over there beside the boat, and he's been jumping out there. I thought he had him whooped. I had him rolled up on his side. I was about to grab him, and he jumped one time right there, and he got off. But it's all right. I didn't want to fool with him anymore. I already fought him for 40 minutes and caught 3 before then. So
wow.
I was ready for him to get off anyway.
Is this the same trip or this?
The same trip, different fish there.
Wow.
By myself again. So I had a guy take a picture of me here. Whoever that is, I forgot your name, but I appreciate you helping me out that day.
He saw you over there. He just stopped.
I had him hooked up, had him beside the boat, and he asked if I needed any help and wanted to take my picture. I was like, absolutely, please. So he put his boat over there on spot lock, and he came over there, swam up to me, got in the boat, and helped me out.
No way.
It was pretty cool. I thank you very much for doing that.
How cool.
So this is a local guy here. He took my picture, and I got his number after this. But thanks for the pictures, and it was fun.
So you went out tarpon fishing just by yourself?
That's right. Yes, sir. All the time.
Look at there.
That's another fish there. He's a little bit smaller, but I like catching the smaller ones. You get them to the boat quicker.
That's true. That's true. All right, we got a little video here. Tell us about this.
This is a jump here right there.
Whoa.
He aired it out real good there.
Wow.
He jumped several times there. He jumped 4 or 5 times, but I was by myself again here this same day. So
you just had the camera?
That's right. I was holding the phone in one hand and videoing in the other, and he started jumping and everything. I couldn't video and reel at the same point. The rod tip, give him slack, and doing all kinds of stuff. So I ended up dropping my phone, not in the water, but I dropped it on the deck. But I couldn't get the rest of the jumps on video, but it's all right. We still caught the fish, and it was a great day. So.
Now, did you understand what he's saying? He got the rod and reel in one hand over here.
Videoing in the other, trying to bow to him in the jumps, fight him, reel down.
It's hard enough catching a fish, but then catching a tarpon is really hard. But doing that and trying to film, so that's cool. You couldn't get your sister to go with you?
Not on that trip. She's gotten into the dance and cheerleading and all that. So
that's important.
She's doing all kinds of stuff. She's busy. So.
Okay, this picture here was this. Let's see.
That's another fish we caught. They all look the same, but this is a different one. But it was another fun fun. That one, I think, if I remember right, fought them for almost an hour. That one was about 120 pounder. So.
What pound test line do you use?
So we're using braid. We're throwing 40-pound braid, and then we throw about a 15-foot leader. Getting into the secrets, so y'all can't be telling everybody out there all this stuff.
I mean, just in general,
just
you don't
for
tell
y'all.
secrets.
So we throw about a 15-foot leader. We throw a 40 pound, then we go down to 60 to the hook. So
yeah. Do you? That's the thing about it. You just can't muscle those fish in. You just got them get tired.
That's right. Let them get tired first. Let them run. Yeah. The biggest thing you got to worry about after you get them hooked is not only losing them, because you'll lose a lot of tarpon, especially when they start jumping, but the jet skis and all the traffic you get out there on the beach during the summertime.
I hadn't thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Your fish runs out there 200 or 300, 400 yards, and you're sitting there fighting them, and you got boats running everywhere trying to wave them off. Hey, man, trying to be nice. And
yeah. That's interesting. All right, we're going to take a break. We've got a lot more pictures. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. See, we're young Carter Myers, fisherman extraordinaire. We're talking about his red fishing, and then he's getting the bass fishing. But how about the tarpon? He's doing a good job on all of it. And I think it runs through the family, not just your dad, but your granddads. Or they all.
So my granddad, he just bought a boat. He bought another boat, a skiff. He bought it. Let's see, 2 weeks ago. He bought a skiff. He's getting back into it. So he's about to retire and everything. Yeah. So He's about to be out there every day.
I don't know if he told you, a long time ago, I bought a boat from him. He had it parked out there in the cove. I drove by and said, I want that boat. I didn't know whose boat it was, and that's Fraser Myers' boat. So I went and bought it. That was a good boat. It was a Key Craft.
Okay.
Good while back. Good story. Good boat. Okay, let's start back. We got a few more pictures. Let's talk about this one right here, Carter.
So that's another tarpon I caught. Same day, I'm still wearing the same outfit. This is number 4 of the day. And that gentleman right there with the camera standing on the back of the boat, that's the guy I was telling you that helped me out. So cool. He helped me out and got my picture taken, and he helped me grab the fish while I was fighting and everything. I
swear, that looks like Brad Bromlow. It may or may not be, but anyway, it looks like somebody I know, but what a nice thing.
I saved your number, and I got you. You've bought bait from me several times, so shout out to you, and thank you for helping me out that day.
Good job. Okay, let's go to this next video here. So this is like a 30 seconds. Tell us about this.
This is the first fish I hooked this day. He's about to jump. If you look way out there by them boats, you'll see him. He airs it out one time right here.
Way out there, yes.
He's about 100 yards right then. He's still leaving, and I'm fighting him by myself. You can see him standing on the back right there next to the power poles. And I was about to put the phone down. He's about to jump again right there. He aired it out real big that time. Jumped over the horizon back there. So that was a fun time, and we caught that one after about an hour. It was a big fish.
All right, one more.
This is a fish from last year. That's a screenshot of one jumping. That one was about 80, 90 pounder there. A little bit smaller, but like I was saying, I like catching the smaller ones. They jump a lot more, and you can get them in the boat quicker.
That is true. Now, a lot said about that.
Them little ones are feisty. They like to jump. That's for sure.
Have you had an opportunity, or I might not be able to weigh any of them?
We don't weigh any of them, but there's an app. We can get a length and a girth, and it's pretty accurate. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you estimate some of the bigger ones that you've caught?
Some of these bigger ones I've caught, we caught one earlier this year that was 165, I think.
Whoa.
165. So that's a big fish.
That is a
especially
huge
for
fish.
inshore.
Yes.
Right here on the beach, especially when they're jumping out of the water like that. 165-pound fish and jumping 3 or 4 foot out of the water. So.
All right, let's go. One more video. Let's see what we got here.
That's a slow motion release. That's my dad right there. He's letting go one of these big bull reds. It's pretty neat. We've gotten into the video in a little bit, but that's the power pole move right there. Next to us, we're sitting on anchor mode right there, and flatlining baits behind the boat, catching these big bulls and sight fishing some of them when they come up, blowing up on past crabs. So the power pole move is big for us and big in the red fishing, and it's so quiet and everything. And sitting there on anchor mode, they've got a good anchor system. You just press a button, you're held right there. As long as you need to, as long as you got good batteries, and You'll
Yeah.
sit there all day and
We're talking about the advancement in all the technicalities in the boating and fishing industry, and Power Pole has been a leader. And
they have, and they've
this
come a long
anchor,
ways.
this anchor in one spot right there, it's amazing. Right here shows you, talk about this battery.
So
What
yeah,
is this right
that's
here?
Abyss battery. They help us out, but Abyss, they've been with us for a long time now, and I love their batteries they got. So this is the app they have here. So this was after a long day of tarpon fishing, running up and down the beach and trolling motoring, got the power pole move on 20 and following these tarpon and everything, and it only went down to 64%. But the good thing about Abyss is they have this app, so you can check it anytime during the day. You get bored or curious, fish aren't biting, just open up the app, look at your batteries.
So I can see you're up at Bay High School in third period class, you want to check your battery or something?
You can check your batteries, say, oh, we got plenty to go fishing this afternoon. But the thing about Abyss is it goes perfect with the power pole charge they have. So power pole has a charge system they have. It goes perfect together. So like tarpon fishing and doing whatever, if you have your motor crank, that power pole charge, giving juice to your trolling motor batteries, charging them back up. And tarpon fishing, we're usually running our trolling motor on 20 full power, staying in front of these fish. And the tarpon are migrating, so they're always moving. So that means you always got to be moving, and you got to be quiet. So the power pole move and going quick and staying in front of them and everything, it goes together. And this Abyss battery, they keep us running all day. And
well, you're a good spokesman for Power Pole and Abyss, I tell you what. But again, the Power Poles, I just think I have one too, and it's just they're great. Now, you're talking about tarpon always migrating. That's
right.
Amazing. The tarpon, they've always been fascinating to me, because the big thing about it, we're always releasing them, and they're hardly ever losing one. And they're always out there.
Yeah, so we've gotten to the end of it this year, but the past 2 months or so, couple of weeks and everything, it's been really hot. They've been migrating down the beach. They're all going west right now. So here in a little bit they'll be coming back east, but they'll be offshore and hard to catch. But
on the return route they'll be going a little bit deeper.
That's right. But when they're coming, it's always fun. We're sight fishing them here. We usually don't stop until we find fish, about at least 15 fish to 50 fish sometimes, and sight fishing them, so it's always a blast. You're watching them eat it and everything.
That's cool. We're about to run out of time, but you can see his enthusiasm, how much he loves it. This is all real. I know you got to go to class today, hadn't you?
Yeah, we got to make it to school today.
You'd rather be out on the water, wouldn't you?
That's right, always.
You got to go to class, and that's understandable.
You got to learn something, so learn to save gas money for next summer.
That's right. Well, we're glad to have you. Tell your dad we did great without him. I don't want to hurt his feelings, but you did good. So
I appreciate it, Coach. Thanks for having me on the show, and hopefully we'll be back next time.
We will
hopefully
be.
with a lot more videos and pictures to show too.
With bass, redfish, and tarpon.
That's right.
Okay, y'all do something good for someone else today. Have a great day. Enjoy the outdoors. Let's take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.